Have you ever looked around and wondered why the most ruthless people seem to climb the highest? Why the manipulators, the cold-hearted, the ones who'd sell their own shadow for a win, always end up on top? You see it everywhere. Workplaces where the cunning get promoted, politics where liars wear crowns, even friendships where the slick outmaneuver the sincere. It stings, doesn't it? You try to play fair, to stay true, but the world seems to reward the opposite. It's enough to make you question everything. Is honesty a weakness? Is integrity a trap? Today, we're diving into this brutal truth, guided by the fiery wisdom of Friedrich Nietzsche, to uncover why manipulators rise and what you can do to navigate their game without losing your soul. Stay with me, and I promise you, you'll walk away with a new way to see power, not as a dirty word, but as a force you can wield with purpose. Picture yourself at work, pouring your heart into a project. You're honest, diligent, a team player, but then someone else, a smooth talker who cuts corners, flatters the boss, and takes credit for your ideas, gets the promotion you deserved. You're left stunned, replaying it in your head, wondering where you went wrong. Or maybe it's not work. Maybe it's a friend who always twists the truth to get their way, leaving you feeling used. These moments hurt because they reveal a harsh reality. The world doesn't always reward virtue. It often bows to those who know how to play the game of power. But why? Why do the manipulators win? And is there a way to rise without becoming one of them? Nietzsche, the philosopher who stared into the abyss of human nature, would say this isn't an accident. It's the way power works. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, he wrote, "Man is a rope tied between beast and overman, a rope over an abyss." For Nietzsche, life is a struggle for power, not just over others, but over yourself. Manipulators rise because they understand this instinctively. They don't hesitate to cross the rope, to embrace the beast within, to bend the world to their will. But Nietzsche didn't celebrate them. He saw them as symptoms of a deeper truth. Power is amoral, a raw force that flows to those who seize it, whether their hands are clean or stained. Let's linger on that. Power isn't good or evil. It's a current, like a river. Manipulators are expert swimmers, gliding through its currents with ease. They lie, charm, and scheme because they know most people are too trusting, too distracted, or too afraid to challenge them. Think about it. When was the last time you saw someone get ahead by bending the truth? Maybe they exaggerated their skills, flattered someone powerful, or threw someone else under the bus. It worked because they understood a secret Nietzsche laid bare. People are driven by their will to power, a primal urge to dominate, to shape their world. Manipulators tap into this, not with brute force, but with cunning. But here's where it gets messy. You feel the sting of their success because it clashes with your sense of fairness. You want to believe that hard work and honesty win out, that the world is just. Nietzsche would shake his head at this. In Beyond Good and Evil, he argued that our ideas of good and evil are illusions, stories we tell to make sense of a chaotic world. Manipulators don't care about these stories. They see the world as it is, a battlefield of wills, where the strongest or the slyest prevail. They're not bound by guilt or shame. They're free to act, to twist, to take. And in a world that values results over process, that freedom gives them an edge. Now, have you ever felt that pang of betrayal when someone less deserving leapfrogged you? That moment when you realized playing by the rules put you behind. It's not just personal, it's universal. Nietzsche saw this as the human condition, a tension between our ideals and reality. He called the manipulators slave moralists when they used cunning to gain power, but masters when they did so with boldness and authenticity. The difference? Intent. A slave moralist manipulates out of resentment to pull others down. A master creates their own path, unapologetically, shaping their destiny. Most manipulators are slaves, thriving on deception because they lack the strength to create. But their tactics work, and that's what we need to understand. Why do they succeed? Let's break it down. First, manipulators are masters of perception. Nietzsche wrote, "All things are subject to interpretation." They know how to spin a story to make themselves look indispensable. They flatter, they network, they craft an image that screams winner. Second, they exploit human weakness. Nietzsche believed most people are driven by fear. Fear of failure, of rejection, of standing out. Manipulators prey on this, offering false security or sowing doubt to control others. Third, they're relentless. While you hesitate, worried about ethics or consequences, they act. In The Will to Power, Nietzsche described this as the instinct for freedom, the drive to overcome obstacles no matter the cost. Manipulators embody this, even if their methods are hollow. But here's the twist. Their victories are fragile. Nietzsche warned that power built on lies is a house of cards. Manipulators rise fast, but they fall just as quickly when their schemes unravel. Think of the co-worker who gets caught in a lie, the politician exposed by a scandal, the friend whose betrayal burns bridges. Their power is external, tied to others' perceptions, not internal strength. Nietzsche's ideal wasn't the manipulator, but the Overman, someone who creates their own values, who rises through authenticity, not deceit. The Overman doesn't need to manipulate because their power comes from within, from a life aligned with their truth.
So why does it feel like the manipulators always win? Because we notice their flashy victories, not their quiet defeats. A 2023 study from Yale found that unethical leaders often gain short-term success but lose trust and influence over time. Nietzsche would nod at this. He saw the world as a stage where the loudest actors get applause, but only the authentic endure. The manipulator's rise is a mirage, dazzling but fleeting. Your challenge is to see through it, to play the game without losing yourself. Let's go deeper. Why are we so vulnerable to manipulators? Nietzsche's answer lies in our herd mentality. In Thus Spoke Zarathustra, he described most people as part of the herd, clinging to shared beliefs for safety. Manipulators exploit this by mimicking the herd's values, seeming trustworthy, humble, or charismatic, while pursuing their own ends. They're chameleons, blending in until they strike. You've felt this, haven't you? That moment when someone's charm blinds you, only to reveal their true colors later. It's not your fault, it's human nature, wired for connection, but blind to deceit. Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who survived the Holocaust, offers a complementary perspective. In Man's Search for Meaning, he wrote, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose." Manipulators thrive because we react to their stimulus, flattery, fear, or lies, without pausing to choose. Nietzsche would say, this is our failure to embrace our will to power, to claim our freedom to act consciously. The herd follows, the Overman chooses. To beat manipulators, you must find that space, that moment of clarity, where you see their game and decide your move. So, how do you navigate this world without becoming a manipulator yourself? Nietzsche's path is radical. Become your own master. This doesn't mean adopting their tactics, lying, scheming, or betraying. It means cultivating a power that's authentic, rooted in your values. Let's explore how, step by step, weaving in Nietzsche's fire and Frankl's hope.
First, see the world clearly. Nietzsche urged us to strip away illusions, to face reality without flinching. Recognize that power games exist. Manipulators will always be there, spinning their webs. Don't resent them, study them. Notice how they charm, how they deflect, how they exploit. Knowledge is your shield. When you see their moves, they lose their spell. Ask yourself, who's gaining from this? What's their angle? This isn't cynicism, it's wisdom. Second, master your own will. Nietzsche's will to power isn't about dominating others, it's about shaping your life. Define what success means to you, not the herd. Is it wealth, impact, freedom? Once you know, pursue it relentlessly but honestly. Manipulators win because they're focused. You can match their drive without their deceit. Set boundaries. Say no to tasks that drain you, yes to opportunities that align with your purpose. Your power grows when you act with intent, not reaction. Third, craft your presence. Nietzsche admired those who command attention, not through lies, but through authenticity. Manipulators fake charisma. You can build the real thing. Speak with conviction, listen with focus, act with purpose. A 2024 study from Harvard University showed that authentic leaders, those who align words and actions, outperform manipulative ones in long-term influence. Be the person others trust, not because you flatter, but because you're real. Your integrity is your edge. Fourth, embrace the shadow. Nietzsche, like Jung, believed we all have a darker side: anger, ambition, desire. Manipulators use theirs without shame, but you can integrate yours with purpose. Acknowledge your hunger for success, your frustration with unfairness. Channel it into creation. Build something, lead something, change something. Denying your shadow makes you weak. Embracing it makes you whole. Fifth, find meaning. Frankl's insight is crucial here. Manipulators chase power for its own sake, but you can chase it for a purpose. Ask, what do I want to leave behind? A legacy, a better world, a stronger self. Meaning anchors you, keeping you from slipping into their game. Nietzsche's Overman isn't a tyrant, he's a creator, forging a life that matters. Your meaning is your North Star, guiding you through the chaos. Let's reflect. Have you ever hesitated to act because you feared looking selfish, or stayed silent when a manipulator took credit, thinking honesty would win out? That's the herd talking, pulling you back. Nietzsche would urge you to break free, to claim your power without guilt. You're not here to please everyone, you're here to become yourself. The manipulator's rise is a challenge, daring you to rise higher, not by their rules, but by yours. Why does this matter now? We live in a world that amplifies manipulation. Social media rewards image over substance. Think of influencers faking perfection, leaders spinning lies for clicks. A 2025 report from MIT found that false narratives spread 10 times faster online than truth, fueling manipulators' power. Nietzsche would see this as the herd's triumph, a culture that prefers comfort over reality. But you can resist. You can be the exception, the one who sees through the noise and creates something real. So, what's the answer? Do the worst always win? Nietzsche would say no. They only seem to. Their power is a shadow cast by your light. The manipulators rise because they play a game most don't see, but you see it now. You don't have to become them. You can outshine them. Build your power, not on lies, but on truth. Define your purpose, not by the herd's applause, but by your soul's fire. Act with courage, not because it's fair, but because it's yours. Here's your challenge. The next time you face a manipulator, whether it's a scheming colleague, a charming liar, or a toxic friend, pause. See their game. Don't react, choose. Ask, how can I use this moment to grow my power, my way? Maybe it's speaking up, setting the boundary, or walking away. Maybe it's doubling down on your work, your truth, your purpose. Every choice is a step toward your Overman, your higher self. The manipulators may climb, but you can soar. Thank you for diving into this with me. If Nietzsche's fire sparked something in you, let's keep it burning. Like this video if you've ever felt outplayed by a manipulator. Subscribe to Psikelogy to turn insight into power. Comment below if you faced this game. What's your move? And share this video with someone who needs to see the truth today. Because the worst don't always win. You do when you choose to rise.